daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. We talking about paying a lot for a piece of junk tonight. You think we? Hey, listen, man. Each and every person probably in this world has bought something that they have been unhappy with, something that they have been less than satisfied with. But it hurts a lot more when you have saved up for something that you really wanted, something that you may have wanted for a good while, something that you had to put your coins away for a good minute. Maybe you saved up for weeks. Maybe you saved up for months. Maybe you saved up for years. There are things that are out here that are really expensive, but I don't have to tell you all that. You know how it is. You've been buying products for the duration of your life. You know how it goes. But it can really get under your skin and piss you off. Like, there are all types of products that we have probably spent our money on that just didn't work out the way that we thought it was going to work out. Cell phones. Cell phones are definitely one of those things where you may have really wanted a good phone, or you may have tried to get away with getting a phone that really wasn't that good, but you thought it would be all right. You know what I mean? Maybe you read the specs. Maybe you don't even know what a spec is. Nonetheless, it could have been a situation where you was like, listen, I'm going to get this high-end phone. Maybe a Samsung, maybe an iPhone or something. Maybe it didn't work the way that it was supposed to work. Now you pay $1,000 or more. I don't even care if you pay a little under $1,000. In the high hundreds, anything above $500 is a lot to me. But you pay for these phones nowadays. Listen, you've made a hell of a financial commitment. Whether you have um, bought it through financing, through your phone company, or whatever the case may be, you can spend a lot of money on a cell phone. $1,000, $1,200, $1,300, $1,500, and $1,800 for a cell phone. Man, I hope if you spend that much money on a cell phone that you're not upgrading every year. I just hope that you're not upgrading every year, because that's a lot of money. People spend it. People spend it, and that's the bottom line. So if you spend $1,000 or more for a cell phone, and then you find that the phone really ain't no good, you gonna feel some kind of way about that. There's no reason not to be pissed off if you paid that much money for a phone and you're not getting your money's worth. But it might happen. Or maybe it's working right, but you don't like the way it works. Maybe you're used to another brand, or you had another style, or whatever product, but you paid all this money for a cell phone, and it doesn't even do the things that you like it to do. Maybe that camera doesn't work as well as you need it to work. You know, a camera is a big part of a cell phone. Maybe it doesn't have some features that you wanted it to have, needed it to have, required it to have. Think that it should have with the amount of money that you spent on this damn thing, right? I ain't gonna be mad at you for feeling the way that you feel, because you definitely have the right to feel that way. That's a crazy situation where, you spend all this money on a cell phone. Maybe it wasn't the cell phone itself. It could have been the cell phone carrier. T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon. Well, there's no more Sprint. Sprint is now T-Mobile. Metro PCS is T-Mobile. What's that one? What's the one? The one that Verizon owns. Cricket. What does AT&T own? What does AT&T own? Did they absorb any other of the smaller cell phone companies anyway? You might not like the service. Now you paying your money every month for the cell phone. Maybe they drop a lot of calls. That's what happens on my T-Mobile service. Now listen, as a media person, I'm never supposed to put down a product, so I won't. But all my T-Mobile users out there, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. You know? Have you feeling like you in drop call heaven? Drop call heaven. They figure it's unlimited. Just call right back. Well, what if you were what if you were on an important call? What if you were using it for a streaming device and you can't get back to that same stream that was just broken? There are a lot of things that can happen. All that I'm all too familiar with, right? So anyway, what's going on, Stacey White? Thanks for coming on through. I appreciate you on this Friday night, the 6th of October. It's the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, son 752, aka Omar with the, and we're talking about paying a lot for a piece of junk. Paying a lot for a piece of junk. There are a lot of things that you might save your money up to get, and they might not be all that good. Video games. I like video games, but sometimes you might buy a video game. Them things cost $70 now. What if you buy a video game $70 and it's not that good of a game? Like if the game didn't work, I imagine you could take it back. But even if it did work, and it just didn't work the way that you wanted it to work, it just didn't do for you what you wanted a game to do or expected a game to do, and you out $70 plus tax, unless you in New Hampshire, Delaware, or Las Vegas. So video games. Electronic devices are the easiest things to be disappointed in, even though you pay a lot of money for them. You ever buy a bad refrigerator? Refrigerators are very expensive. You might have got the stainless steel side by side. You may have wanted this refrigerator for a long time. You may have changed around your whole kitchen decor to fit this stainless steel side by side.